Hey, it's Jim, and we're going to take you through how to make some passive income with this side hustle. And my following videos are going to show you some other ways to make you passive income. So these techniques don't take any experience, don't take any knowledge of marketing, any IT skills, any technical skills. I'm not here to sell you a master course. I'm not here to show you a Ferrari or some flashy things or anything like that. I've been in your shoes. I worked multiple jobs. I started out as mainly as a paramedic, but I've done literally everything. I've washed dishes. I used to own restaurants, and one of the things I would do as a restaurant owner was wash my own dishes. I'd work the line, I'd work the bar, I'd work the floor, everything you can imagine. So I've been there, done that, grinded, and done the nightmare jobs that you can imagine, working in a junkyard pulling parts. So I'm just a normal person, and most of my background is in EMS, so emergency services. I was a paramedic, flight paramedic on a helicopter, worked with the sheriff's department, and done a lot of different things. But the bottom line is it takes the mindset to grow. And that's what you have to understand. And a lot of this stuff is repetitive. So once you get in a 10-day thing of doing this every single day, just for a couple hours a day, can you imagine, money isn't everything, it's wealth. So it's all about making time for yourself, time for your family, time to do the things you love. That's what wealth is all about. It's not about making 10K a month. Yes, the money is great. It helps you be self-sufficient and not rely on corporate America. And we know how that's going right now. So let's dive in. But before we get going, I have a checklist for you. I've got a blueprint for you. If you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video, I'm going to give you everything for free. I'm not here to sell anything. So I've got this complete checklist here of powerful prompts. And I'm going to also give you the software that we're using, 30-day free trial, no questions asked. So this is going to be the software. You can use anything you want. I don't care what you use. This is the one I prefer to use since 2018. And so if you like, subscribe, comment, and share, and comment checklist on this. So I know that you want this information. So let's deep dive into this and get going. So the biggest questions I have, and I've seen it on the videos, is how do I get these customers? And how do I prove to them that I'm a new company and I can do this for them? So I'm going to talk about that because I was a new company and I didn't have any clients. And so I'm going to tell you how to price this. But not only that, I'm going to show you how to pitch it. So pitch and price is everything. And starting out, it's like, give me a chance. But let me just say, if you've got a good website, and I'm going to show you how quickly you can build a website for your company with this to start promoting this. And then I'm going to show you how and break it down, how you make 10K a month passive with this. And we'll talk about some pricing in between here. But so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go out and find local companies. Now, we're going to start in our area. Don't start in these big metropolitans. We call them the top 50 or the big DMAs like Atlanta, Chicago, New York, LA. Don't work with, don't focus in on those. If you're in Atlanta or in one of those big cities, focus on the perimeter. Let me just show you this real quick. And we'll just go into an Atlanta map here, which is not too far from me, but we'll just look at this map real quick. And we're just going to zoom out and kind of look at a perspective of this. So as you zoom out, not too far, you get these smaller cities like Athens, Gainesville, Sewanee, Roswell. So you've got all these little cities around here, and they're not little cities. They're pretty good population, and those are the ones that you want to market to, because those are the guys that are taking jobs, getting the leads, and then pushing their way into the metropolitan. So we're going to look at those, and we'll start out with this Conyers because I've got a client over there, and we're going to look at service-based businesses. So this could be roofing, it could be plumbing, electrical, different things like that. All these companies pay for leads, and typically they pay for leads through a company like Angie's List, which it was called, different things like that, and they pay a lot of money for those leads. Let me just show you that. So this is just an AI showing us the cost of what somebody pays per lead. So potentially reaching $100 per lead. So let me just say that, like, some of these companies like Home Advisor, Angie, I hear it from my contractors in different service-based businesses that work with these companies, and they typically send out a lead to multiple companies. So like 10 companies are going after this one single lead. So they say a monthly budget around $300. I can tell you that some of my feedback from my customers, that does not work. They're paying, if it's $100 a lead, they're going to get 3 leads for the whole month. They need to be able to feed their families and be able to get leads. So understand, if you're an HVAC guy, you're not going to do just 3 jobs a month. You want 3 to 10 jobs a day. So imagine being able to offer this service to them for $300 a month, and you're going to get them 5 to 10 leads. So what would that equal up to? $500 to $1,000 per month if you did it this way. So there's a lot of different companies out there like Home Advisor and Angie and all these different ones doing the similar cost, and they're pitching it, and they bind you to a 1-year contract. So here's the deal. You're a new company, and imagine telling the company that we're not committing you to a 6-month, a 1-year contract with us, because they bind you to this. So you're obligated to $300 a month or whatever you're paying for 1 year, which is ridiculous. Tell them, I'm going to give you a month-to-month contract. I've had clients for 13 years on a month-to-month agreement. So that was one of my very first clients. And so that just tells you that it's possible to do a month-to-month if you perform. And with this system, it's going to be easy because you don't have to, you set it up one time, look at it once a month or something like that, and just make sure it's running. So that's all you have to do. So that's the kind of money breakdown. So to get to 10K a month, you need, if we're charging 3 to 5, we'll say $500 a month, we need 20 clients at $500 a month. That's 10K a month bringing in on your own with very little work. So how do we do this? How do we find the clients now that we know the cost and how you can pitch this as a new company? So we're going to tell these companies, we're going to get them 5 to 10 leads in a period to start out for free. They're going to test you, and we're going to lock them into basically just, if we get you these clients, can we set up an agreement that once we get those, then you sign the agreement, you pay $300 a month, that's it. And it's month to month, no binding contract. And we're going to get you more than 5 to 10 leads. So that's where you're going to be able to sell this very, very easily. So let's look at this how we go find these clients. So we go back into Google and we look at, we'll do electrician in Conyers. Remember, we were going to look at that Conyers, Georgia area. So we're going to look at this, and it's going to give us a list. So this is Google Map Packs here, is what we used to call it. Google Maps, Google Local Listing. So My Business, Google My Business. So these are different things. There's different links in here the way you're looking at it. We're looking at it on a desktop. You can look at it on a website or on a phone, and it's going to give you call buttons. So just depending on how you're looking at this will look different. So we're going to go in here and we can zoom out, and we see all the little red dots here. These are all electrical companies. So we're going to select more businesses because we can see their phone numbers. We can see their information here. And I'm going to show you how to scrape these leads and just get their information. There's nothing illegal in putting these in a spreadsheet very quickly, and it takes just a few seconds. So as we look at this guy right here only has one review. So number one, we could get that company very easily if they have the budget to do that. And typically these guys do. They rely on that. They know that they got to spend money to make money. Here's another good one that we can see that doesn't have a lot of reviews. Here's one that needs reviews or they just need to do better service. I'm not sure. But we can look at these, and we use a software called, it is called Instant Data Scraper. And so look at that. I just opened it up. Boom, it's all there. So we've got a list of everything in a spreadsheet. And again, if you like, comment, share, and leave a comment below, checklist will get you all the information that you need here. So we're going to go in and look at some of these. We've got a phone number. We've got their information. We've got their website, if they have a website. So some of these don't show a website. So those are good companies to go after, because if they're not showing a website in Google, obviously they got a phone number, but you could do a quick little website. I'm going to show you that real quick in the software, that you can do that with AI. So we're using AI for this. We use this to scrape those leads, and you can see the list, and we don't even have a full list here. We can go to the next page and grab like some more here. So there's a next page, and then we can grab some more leads here. We'll open, this is a Chrome extension, by the way. It's free. I'm not paying for it. So I always try to give you stuff that you can get going for free. So we've got another 20 plus leads here that we can go after. So we've got the reviews and everything else. So let me show you how easy it is to set this up. So we're going to go into our AI software. We're going to go into the Launchpad, because what we'll do is set up an account in this software. You can set up multiple accounts in here, and then you can start selling those accounts. So you'll include this, basically the software, with that $300 a month or $500. If you feel like you can sell it for $500, I'm not a sales guy, so go for it, because the more, I always say, the more point A to point B, the problem to the solution that you can sell. So if you know their problems, and some of the problems in the service space is a new guy came in, he's very technical, he's got all the software, he's paying for leads. I've been in business for 35 years and I'm not getting anything anymore. So that's what they complain about. But if you can say that and hit that pain problem and have a solution like this, then you're going to sell it right away. So we go into this launch pad, and all you've got to do is look at the business, have the business owner log into their Google business profile. You're going to connect it just by clicking this button. You're going to send them a link to their phone. You get their phone number, their cell phone. They can download this software on their Android or Apple device, or their iPhone, I should say. And then they have the software in their phone, and now they can communicate with that customer as these customers come in. So how do these customers come in? Well, we're going to use a service called Missed Call Text Back. So how does that lead up to this? Well, if somebody's looking for an electrician and they call Reese here and they don't answer, they're going to go to the next one and even go to this guy that only has one review and call that next contractor, because it might be that, hey, we don't have any lights, we got an electrical issue, we need this thing fixed right now. But what if they call Reese and they have a service called Missed Call Text Back, and they don't answer, but they text the company or the customer back with the message, hey, we're not available, we're on a job site, but how can I help you right now? So how do we set that up? Super, super easy. We just go into settings here on the left in the software. We go to business profile and we scan all the ways down to the very bottom to Missed Call Text Back. And we set this up for the customer here, and it just takes a few minutes. So here is Missed Call Text Back, voicemail Missed Call Text Back. We go down here, we check this box if it's not checked to enable it, and then we customize the message. So it might say, hey, this is John from Reese Electrical. I saw that we just missed a call, missed your call. How can we help? So what the customer's going to do, they're going to say, hey, I've got an electrical issue, da 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 da. Remember, they downloaded that software on their phone. This is an AI, so this automatically messages back, and we can have the AI reply to this and even schedule an appointment into their calendar. So we save this, and then we go into this conversation AI right here, and we just simply go in, we create a new bot here. So we can just do it from scratch, or we can do it with this one right here. We'll do it with this one here, and we call this Reese Electric. And then we're going to click on autopilot. We're going to go down here and we're going to select SMS. We could select Instagram, Facebook, chat. Maybe you're running Facebook ads or something like that. We can do live chat, whatever it is. The live chat will go into their phone, so that enables them to text back. We'll just do SMS for now, and then we'll go ahead and save this. Now remember, you're going to get paid every single month to set this up, and it takes 30 minutes to set up at the most. So you're just making sure that this thing's set up right. Now we're going to go over to Reese Electrical here, and they do have a website, so we're going to grab their website information. Ooh, that is not good because they don't have a website. So this one, it'd be a really good one to start. Go for it, So they've got a website here. Wow, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that one, being they don't have a website, because we'll go to this one. We'll just grab this and just say it's Reese. So we'll go back into our software. We need to train the AI. So we go to bot training. We're going to just go in here. I'm going to get rid of this because that was in there before. I'm going to go and I'm going to get this data. So I just put in their information. Basically, I'm going through their website and it's training my AI bot right now to know everything about this company and their hours of service, if it's listed on their page. But you can always add additional information to this AI very easily, like frequently asked questions of the company. So it doesn't matter how much stuff they have on their website, but it is good to have something on here. Like they got their services, they've got their emergency hours, hours of operation. So we should be able to ask the AI different questions and it should answer those questions. Okay, so this took about 4 minutes to get this data. So we can see that it was trained down here. And we can even look at the document and see what information it pulled. So it's got a little bit of information here, and it will ask it questions, see how much other stuff that it has in it, because that doesn't show everything. And then let's just test it real quick. And I'm going to show you right down here. If it didn't have the hours in, you just add a question, what are your hours? And then put the hours in just by clicking the plus symbol, entering your question here and the answer here and hitting save. So it's real easily to do that. So, hey, I have an electrical problem. Let's kind of talk about what we're referring to, not be specific. Electrical issues, Northern Electric Services Atlanta is top rated. So remember, we were in Conyers and it says Atlanta, they handle residential. Let's ask, what are your hours? And then it's probably, if it doesn't have it listed, that's what's going to happen. The hours aren't listed on the snippet. I have, let's see, you might want to call NOR Services directly to get their hours. So I need someone out. So we'll see. It's probably going to give a phone number because their information doesn't, their website doesn't gather enough information because it's really a picture type website. And so there it is. That's the emergency number, handle both residential and commercial. So it's given enough information. Now, if we wanted to set up appointments into their system, all we have to do is go down here. Our goal is to basically have the AI book the appointment. So here's the personality of the AI. It basically gives you their attitude, their intent is to assist. And we have some additional prompts for this to really train these AIs. We've got a video that is called AI Agent, and we teach you how to train these AIs. But let's set the goal to appointment booking. So we would just click this, select the calendar. It might be electrical calendar or something like that. Leave these all unchecked, hit save. And what the bot will do now, as long as it's connected to their calendar, which could be a Google Calendar, or you could just set up a calendar in the software under calendars here real quick. That's basically going to put those into a calendar for them. And then how do we prove that we're getting those 5 to 10 leads? Well, here's the cool thing. There's a dashboard in here, and it'll tell us how many unique contacts, how many actions were triggered, and appointments booked will show up here. So we can know how many times all we need to do is the unique contacts. So we need 5 to 10 in here to prove that we did our job. And once you hit that, that's why I don't say give them a time frame. Just hit that time frame in whatever. It might be the first day you might have hit that 5 to 10. So it just really depends. But you can see that you can select the channels here, SMS, live chats, whatever. So the more you have in here, the better, because then we can prove to them, hey, we're doing our job. We've got the proof in the pudding right here. And then you sell this to them. And so we look at this is just a starter package to get them in the door, because you can upsell this with the software. Does literally everything, because down the road you could sell them a website, you could sell them a funnel page for their Google ads, whatever you want to do. So if these guys didn't have a website, you just go into sites here, you go to websites right here, you go to new website, and we're going to go from template, and we're going to build an electrical website. Now you could give them a website for free. Normally you charge like $2,500 to $5,000 to build a website, but you could give them a free website, no upfront cost, and then just charge them $200 a month basically for a hosted website. So you build it out, you provide it, here's home services, and then we just look for electrical, here it is, and we can see what this includes, and we're going to build it out. And then basically there's some other ones here, another electrical one here. We'll just say continue. It's adding the template. Look how quick this builds out. So in a matter of seconds, you've got a website that we can look at and go in and edit this. So it's going to load it, and we can look at this website. All we to like change this logo, just go over here, click on this area, go down to the logo area right here, click this, and add in, we'll just grab this, even though it's not going to be their logo, but bam, there we got a logo. Change the color in here, just click that, change the background color to blue. And so you can hit save, you can hit publish, you can add SEO to this if you want. So there's no limits to this. And in the 30-day trial, there's no limits. You could build 100 websites in the first 30 days to 100 different companies, charge them for it, and then after the 30 days, you already got your clients. So we're going to publish this. It might ask for a domain, and so we'll just select one of these, AI, and then we can look at this website and see what it looks like live online, just like that. So we'll view it, and we've got a website. Yeah, it's not the best website, but it for a guy that doesn't have a website, it might be a really good website. And they're going to provide you images. It's got a map that you can edit, all your social media, frequently asked questions. So you can see that it's really super easy to do this. We can add a form in here, and you can charge for this. Okay, I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I was going to show you how to build a website for your own agency, your own marketing company. So here's how easy it is to do this. You hit new website. We're in sites here on the left and websites up here. This software has some great templates that you don't really need to just add your logo, phone number, your information, because this software is really built for agencies. So we go to marketing here, and there's going to be a lot of different templates. So design your digital success. We don't want affiliate information, but we want, here's marketing firms, business growth. Let's see what else we've got here. CRM software. And we can load more, so you can go through some of these marketing agency services. I just want to pick one that kind of covers, that doesn't require a lot. So we'll go with this one. We're going to continue. We're going to build it out. It'll show us. Remember, it doesn't take any time to build this out. And then we're going to go to Name Silo. To me, is the cheapest place without all the garbage that GoDaddy sends. But it seems to be the best to buy a domain name. So go buy a domain name so you can connect this. But look how nice this website is, and I didn't do anything yet to it. So you can type in here just like Word. And as I said, you can add your logo over here just by clicking. Boom, come down here. Remember, your website does not need to be perfect, because they're just going to glance at it and just see that you're legit, but they're not going to look and go through it detail by detail. And if they do, then that's a client that you probably don't want. So we just connect this or view it. But let's look at this and see. Once you put your domain in, you just connect the domain. And if you need to add a new domain, you basically just go in here, add, edit, and add your domain in here. But let's look at this, see how nice this website came together. So it's got a full wide width. It's mobile friendly, and it provides lots of services. You can edit all this text, edit the images if you want. Otherwise, you just use them. They're royalty free. You don't have, just take this section out of there, or have somebody that just, you did a free trial, add that in afterwards, that review, and ask for reviews. So that is it. So it's got a nice look to it. Let's look at the Contact Us page. We add a form in here. It's got some great information in here. So that's how easy it is to get this website up and going. And so I recommend that you do that. And just, like I said, just do it real quick. Get it up there, get it up, and go after those clients. But you can see on this, it's so easy to make money with this. This is one of my favorite side hustles. I've been doing marketing for over 20 years, and I'll tell you, out of all the companies, businesses, jobs that I've done, this is one of my favorites. The restaurant business, I had 3 of them. It was a nightmare. I had a golf course. It was a nightmare. Keeping the grass alive, keeping the greens fast, keeping this fast. Working in a junkyard was exactly what it sounds like. Was horrible. So, like I said, smash that like button if you got anything out of this. Hit that subscribe, comment, checklist. We'll give you everything. And we're going to be doing live weekly trainings coming up soon. So if you want to be a part of that, subscribe, hit that notification to get my other videos, and comment checklist. So appreciate you guys watching. And if you have any other questions, leave them below.